And what was your experience like being somebody that's halfway around the world from Los Angeles and being able to contribute to a project like this? And after you're done with that, I can't wait to hear more about your Davido music video.
Hi, everybody, and thank you so much for inviting me onto this panel.
No, thank you for
I
joining us.
Yeah, yeah. My Twitter name is Killian Vader, even though that's not my real name. I'm from Nigeria, and I don't think many people can pronounce my name, my Nigerian name. But I think since I started this AI journey, um, the Killian Vader name has kind of like stuck to
It's a
me
fantastic name. It's
like a
great.
brand and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was in Nigeria when I started my AI journey. I think the first person I noticed on X was Chris Castanova. I think a lot of people know her, and I was kind of interested in what she was always putting out about AI this, AI that, the tools and all that, and I didn't have any experience whatsoever at the time. I was just at the time a movie lover, and I was actually in the hospital when I started seeing all these things because I had a surgery at the time. And then I started, you know, looking into it, started learning the tools, and within a few weeks, I put out my first trailer, which to me I'm so ashamed of right now. And yeah, then I started playing with other tools. I started with Runway, started with then went on to Pika, and I eventually made a 9 minute short film titled Ebuka about an African warrior that's getting mixed up with Viking warriors and all that, and just a gothic kind of scenery, and that kind of got me interested because people were really liked the video. I tried some other things, but it wasn't really going the way I wanted it, and I was considering just dropping this skill sets until I saw Sway send a tweet one day about the T2 thing, and then I reached out to him and Nem, and I was like, if these guys don't reach out to me, I'm just gonna quit my AI journey so far.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was just that was what I was saying. I just told myself if these guys don't reach out to me,
Good job, Sway.
it's over. I'm not gonna do anything with AI anymore. I'm just gonna pick up the next hobby. Luckily for me, NEMS reached out to me one
Awesome.
morning. I was in the US. I actually visited my family at that time. I think it was maybe around late November, December. I can't really remember. I'm not really good with dates. I was so glad that I was
Awesome.
chosen.
Awesome.
And then I was brought into the Discord channel, the chats, and all that. Nem and Sway did a very good job, organizing everybody to, um, do their work, ask for help, provide feedback, give advice, and all that. It was very organized, and it was very easy for me at the time. So I chose to use a photorealistic outlook to my scene. I did the scene 15 on the T2 remake, and as I was doing it, I was blown away by a lot of the outputs that the other artists were giving, and I was also inspired to do more. One challenge that I had was I'm not a funny guy, like Sway always says. I'm not a funny guy, so I tried as much as possible to add a little bit of humor here and there. And then towards the end of my scene, even though it wasn't captured in the final cut. I think it's in the director's cut though. I kind of switched from the photorealistic imagery to Lego cartoon imagery and all that, where they had the T2 and John Connor had to go back into time and to another dimension to go to while they're running away from the T1000, and a lot of people liked it. And when I finished my scene, I was so stoked. I was so happy that
That's awesome.
a lot of people appreciated what I did, and that motivated me to now go into uh, creating the music video, the Davido music video, even though it wasn't officially sanctioned by him. But I love the music, and I wanted to test my limits with with this. My go-to tools are always Midjourney and Runway, and I'm not very skilled in other parts of, sometimes when I hear people saying, oh, they use stable diffusion, they did this, they did, I'm like, wow, when am I going to learn all these things? So I'm just a guy who just knows how to, how to place shots, how to, make facial expressions and all that, and then with a little bit of CapCut here and there. So I made the music video, and right now it has over 100,000 views, and I've been able to get more than 1,000 subscribers just from that video alone. Um, it's been a very amazing journey for me so far, and right now I'm thinking of making more music videos, but at the same time, when more tools keep coming up like this, it kind of gets overwhelming, and you have to start keeping track of what tools that you want to use and what tools are no longer, in use and all that. But, it's been a fantastic journey. I owe everything to the likes of Heather Cooper, to Chris Castanova, to Sway and Nem. I mean, fantastic people